Hello and welcome to our first real estate investing TV live video. I hope you guys can enjoy this because today I want you guys to be able to understand what real estate TV is all about. How did I come with the idea? So I come with the idea of having talking about real estate um, as something that was always in my head to talk to know and to further. Um, my background is like I'm from Haiti and I came here just under 14 years old now. Not that I'm 14 years old. I'm saying I've been here for about 14 years old. 14 years. That's 8 years old. Hilarious. Anyhow, so uh, but I was involved at some level in my own country in real estate. Um, but I wanted to come back and be able to share the same journey with my my new country now. But it was a little bit hard to find exactly what I was looking for because I was on the part of investing. Um, so not familiar with the new terms and not having like people in my immediate environment to kind of like introduce me to the real estate investing, because if you don't know what to search for most of the time, what you're going to do, you most likely gonna end up dealing with become a real estate agent, real estate a broker, an inspector, and stuff like that. Um, the creative part of it was something that, quite frankly, now looking at it, it's looked like a little bit stupid, honestly, from my part, not being able to know exactly what to Google or be part of a group. But that was the situation. So not until like 2011 ish that I listened to somebody on the radio doing a spot talking about real estate investing, and I found like the subject was quite interesting, for them to kind of like want to talk about it openly. Um, Now, with that in mind, I know also there's a lot of people that scammers out there that try to teach real estate without really, really be part of the game. So they just use the training materials to make money, right? But I'm like, if somebody willing to talk about real estate investing and 2 hours on a hotel kind of like conference room, so why not? Let's give it a shot. So then I went there, and as soon as I start talking, I think I would say maybe 15, 20 minutes later, for me, what was saying there, what's been said there, what definitely makes sense for me. So I wanted to give it a shot. So technically, from the 2 hours, there was a 3 hours, 3 days training. So I signed up for that, and I was able to go there, and I was excited. And part of my personality is that I am an author and a lion. For those of you who've used before the disc personality, so pretty loving but pretty aggressive too. So I get excited about things. That's part of my personality. So I was excited. I'm like, yeah, this is what I was looking for, and stuff like that. So every day I will go there from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I was there, and after that, and then a Sunday. So there was so many information coming to me that I was like, oh, I want more of it, right? It's almost like I need some books. I need some. We were on a time of CD DVDs still, right? So I was like some CD DVDs, some stuff to listen to, but they didn't give you nothing. So all you had it was really things that you actually was able note that you was able to take while the the speaker was talking, right? So that's all I had. And then on Saturday they wanted to bump me to a $50,000 course, which was like a little bit tough for me because at that time I was a very basic guy doing like roughly about $30,000 a year. So yeah, it wouldn't make I couldn't afford it, right? But I was definitely interested, and I'm like, there has to be some other ways around it and stuff. But I tell you guys, I was able to take that and kind of now I know what to search, I know what to Google, and then trust me, in these days, you got lots of information for free on YouTube, on Facebook. There's a lot of we just investing groups out there and stuff like. But on my time, there was not that much. I mean, it was the new era of people creating Facebook groups and try to put information out there. The information was still at some level in this area, at some level more hiding, right? So I was still looking and still searching, and then later on, I was able to get the widget put at people coming in town in Edmonton where I live. So and I'm like, yeah, I know they're gonna do the same thing again. Probably have a 3 days, so it was not too expensive. So I signed up for that. But I know I'm like what I've heard, maybe a year or 2 years later. All right, I definitely want to have like a refresh of it because I want more of it. And then I go to there 2 hours. I figured out that boom, what I was looking for. There was books, there was CD, there was DVDs that I could listen to, that I could read. And I'm like, awesome. So I think I paid $300 for the 3 days basic training, and then I take that. But I know I'm like everything they're gonna say there, I already know them. So now I have the books, I have the CD DVDs. I take that and I just listen to the listen to the DVDs, CDs, watch the DVDs, and read the books, and that's what I did. I never bother go and go to the 3D basics, right? So with that, I was able to kind of like technically I buy my first property. I bought my first condo with just the basic information that I had. I listened to the cities. Oh man, the cities was like I remember at that time I was driving a truck, right? This end up truck. I was a truck driver, I guess. So and that's all I would listen to. Like no news, no music, no nothing. So if I'm not on the phone talking, maybe it's with my wife or some of my friends that I used to have in Montreal, so I'll be listening to those DVDs and I'll listen to them. It's like my passion. I love it. It was Robert Kiyosaki. I listened to him. It was seven CDs, over and over and over and over and over, right? And then after that, then like, okay, now I got to do something. So I got a job in Fort McMurray, and when I got the job in Fort McMurray, I was able to collect some money and buy myself my first condo. Pretty excited about that, and so now I like then but I've never bothered to go back take any more training. And then a couple years later, I was able to collect. I sold that condo, and I made $20,000 check. So I go to the lawyer's office, and I'm getting out with $20,000. And think about it. I just told you here, I was making 30 grand a year. And here I am in one simple afternoon coming out. I got a check on my name. What's my name? Like, hey, Will, you know, 20 G's. And I'm like, wow, what can I do to have those type of check keep coming? Right. So then I go and I'm like, what should I do? So then funny enough, the same group, uh, Robert Kiyosaki people, which that put that coming back in town, and I go to them. I'm like, actually, I signed up with you guys, but I just never go to the 2 day basic. I would like to go to it again, right? And they're like, well, if it was too long ago, why didn't it come and stuff like that? And then they were, I think I paid about $100 additional, and I was able to go again. And I brought my wife along with me. And once I do that, I'm like, I want more education this time. I have $20,000. I don't know how much this gonna bring me, but I definitely see. I'm sure it's gonna give me something, some more education. So I was there, but I'm like, this is a kind of like since my wife and I have been together, our like our first big paycheck. It's like no, don't play with that, right? So I bought a loan, and I wanted if we're gonna actually invest in our education, that we actually do it together, right? So because I try to talk to her, but it's one thing with husband and wife. Sometimes we want to be each other's teacher, and he doesn't. Not all the time we work well, right? So then I bring her along, and she understand it. She get it, and I'm like, "What do you think?" So at that point, we already bought another property. Not a big mistake. We bought another property, the biggest, the most expensive house in the street. So yeah, as newbies, we made mistakes, right? Um, but we agree that we had the opportunity to finish our basement, okay, or invest that money in our education, and that's what we did. We invest this money in our education, and I'll tell you, since then, oh man, it's been quite interesting. It's been such a journey, and I don't look back. I don't regret any second of it. If anything, I regret is that if I could, I should have taken that decision way earlier. So I'm working now. I've been on this for a couple of years. So I'm working a number of deals. From time to time, I have people. My name is getting more and more out there. People contacting me on a regular basis to offer me this deal, this deal, this deal. So it's been quite a journey. I'm not saying $20,000 is not a big money at some level, but is it really like the big money that it was for me when I was making $30,000? Not so much, right? So the key element that I get into all that is the fact that I can say really with more important things when it comes to investment, real estate investment, it's the education. That's what I found. Like today, I was able to do the transaction, get to a deal, get out, make some money without none of my money. And I know a lot of people is teaching this out there, learn how to invest in real estate with little to no money down. And and the thing is, you need to find the right people, right, that actually on the game, not people just teach the game and don't do nothing, right? And I'm telling you, this actually is real. It really happened. It's not a joke. It really happened. People are able to make money with little to no money down on this business, and you need that's when your education it become very important to know what you're doing. And so it's been my networking of people keep going larger and larger. My power team. So we have our lawyer, we have our mortgage broker. Look, I'm not trying to tell you that everything is good, like it's soundproof, but I'm telling you that we are growing every day. We are growing every day. We are learning every day, and it's been an amazing journey. And one of the things that my wife and I we actually realized, it's when we are actually talking to people that just started, and it's such an interesting journey that whenever if you're a newbie, you just start talking, and we notice that right away. Because like this become a second nature of you, because you've been doing it for many years, you've been doing it every day. And that's the one thing. The other thing is that we have this network of people, our coach, our mentor. Now the training is over, everything is over, we are bonded with these people. Until today, I will have questions. I have guys like Tim Sai, I got Samusa, and these are guys I can still call, text, schedule a call with them and say, hey, I'm going through this, can you help me? How do I go around this and all the stuff? It's amazing. Like an amazing journey. I look at myself when I was at university. I was at Laval University in Quebec. I was doing my master in theology. So and I pay a whole bunch of money to be in the class to be able to obtain my master's, which I actually quit. I didn't finish it, but I have my bachelor. Um, so, but I didn't have nothing in return. In fact, um, look, my theology background, I'm proud of it, and I don't have no problem with it. But it's just the same thing. I found like it's the same. It's the same idea. I invest, my money just to have education, and one of the thing was some of my friends, because that's one thing when you actually taking the training, that's when you realize that most people around you don't actually see the things you are seeing now. I have an amazing experience with one of the training I was listening to from uh, Jordan Belfort, one of the Wolf of Wall Street, and he said, it's a video I was watching from him, right? Um, so he said, "Close your eyes," and I'm like, "Oh, well, I'm watching the video, so even though it's not in real time, so okay, I'm gonna close my eyes." And he said, "Where you at? Try to locate every red color that is around you." And I scanned. I was in my room, right? I scan all the weird stuff that I potentially could see. And then he said, "Now close your eyes." And because I so I'm expecting he's gonna ask me to find the weird stuff, and I'm like, okay, yeah. So I'll tell you exactly where everything is. I just look at them, and he said, "Now that your eyes is closed, can you find any blue? Because I'm sure there was blue color around where you are." And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't." Because I was looking for red stuff, so I cannot recall any blue. And he said, "That's likely." So when you get educated, when you get to know what you're looking for, so you start seeing things that other people don't see, because you are educated and trained to see opportunity, right? A lot of things that people will say no, you will say yes, right? Because that's what your brain is trained for, to see those opportunities, to be able to identify them. And that's what education and real estate investing really brought to me. And I really appreciate the fact that it's an entire journey. And now I look at a lot of people that want to invest as well, as just like me, and kind of like about 6 7 years ago, um, when I was wanted to get in the game and I didn't know how I can do that. And honestly, it wasn't it for social media, the radio. Uh, I didn't have somebody directly that I can reach out to. I can say, "Hey, I want to get into this." I didn't know. I didn't even know what question to ask, because that's to be able to ask the right question, you need to know to have some level of knowledge, right? So that was really an interesting journey. And so the most key important things in real estate investing really is training. So if you don't get your training, then you end up losing money. You end up having a lot of troubles. But when you actually train properly, you actually know um, what you're looking for. You actually know when this comes, you're gonna do that, etc. And if you don't know at the end what to do, you have your coach, you have your mentor, trainer, that here to help you. So today, guys, I wanted to go live. This is actually my first live video on YouTube. Usually I do a pre-recorded video and post it on my YouTube channel here. So that's my live video. We're looking for maybe have more in the future. So I'm quite excited. Anybody who have a question, you can email me. So Adolf Property Invest at gmail.com. Adolf Property Invest at gmail.com. If you want to talk, we can always talk about, if you want to feel like you want to start or you want to go to the next level in real estate, you can also give me a call at 780 9094912. So yeah, let's have a chat and let's keep coming to Waste Investing TV. That way we can get to know each other better. So thank you guys for watching today. I appreciate it. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel today, so subscribe, and I'll see you there. Bye, guys. It was great.